after having the last 2 years that were as good as anybody's ever had. And then you're like, second round. Were you prepared for that? Did your agent prepare you for that? Was that, I mean, what was that like?
Yeah, it was, again, it's leading up to that moment, of course, same, right? Right after high school, I signed the letter of intent to be a Badger, went up to Wisconsin. I wanted to be as good or better than Ron Dane. That was my motivation, right? I loved the way that they ran the football. I loved the atmosphere, the campus, to the fans, the education as well. And so once I hit my junior year, same thing, right? The junior year in college, which would have been 2011, we landed Russell Wilson that year. We were on fire.
You had Russell Wilson that year.
Yeah. So I played with J.J. Watt. I played with the Watt brothers.
Wow.
Russell Wilson. We were rock stars. We were ranked third in the country.
That's insane.
A blessing for sure, just to be next to those greats. And so then, yeah, same thing, right? Obviously not receiving full ride scholarships at this moment in 2011, but of course I had my agent who was getting calls, because in 2011, after 3 years of playing college football, you have the opportunity to go on to the next level. Well, I decided to stay. In hindsight, I would change that, but I stayed for 2012 season. And 2011 actually was the year I was up for the Heisman. They flew me out to New York, had the opportunity to meet up with Robert Griffin III, Andrew Luck, all of these great guys. And so to your point, yeah, a phenomenal year, decided to come back, had a great year as well. And then, yeah, my agent did prep me for the draft, sharing with me that, hey, it's a pretty deep class for running backs, Eddie Lacy, Le'Veon Bell, Giovanni Bernard, a lot of great running backs. And so I knew that I wasn't going to go first round. I kind of felt that. Rented out a banquet hall in Madison, Wisconsin. Didn't want to go to New York because I can only get like one or two guests. Right. I was like, I want family and friends to enjoy themselves here with this moment. And so first round, I kind of was just sitting there. I was like, hey, I'm probably not going to get a call today, family and friends. And then obviously the following day, right, came about, and my agent was like, okay, today you're most likely going to get picked. And I'm sitting there playing with a Rubik's Cube at the moment because I'm just super anxious, right? My family and friends are having a good time.
Yeah, that's why you didn't make it in the NFL, because you played with a Rubik's Cube. But go on.
Yeah, right. And so to make a long story short here, it's literally I'm sitting there playing with this Rubik's Cube. My phone's propped up against a glass of water. I'm nervous. Everyone's having a good time. And I see these backs getting called and picked. And I'm like, goodness gracious, where am I going to live right now out of the 50 states or wherever these teams are, these 32 teams, whatever. And my phone falls because it started to vibrate. And I pick it up, and it's a 303 number, and it says Denver, Colorado. And I jumped up. I started hitting my dad, and I answered the phone, and it was John Elway asking me if I want to be a Bronco.
Wow.
And
the first question he should have asked you is, why didn't you go to Stanford?
yeah, right? Seriously.
But I didn't know you were playing with all those guys, so you made the right choice.
It was we were playing some really good football. And honestly, I don't think, I grew up a Broncos fan from Missouri. My room was blue and orange my entire life until, of course, I took off to college. I had a Broncos head in my room, a Terrell Davis blow up in my room.
What a star he was.
Right?
Two
yeah.
2 in a row. They'd have nothing without him. And they were thinking about, oh, is he a Hall of Famer? Morons.
So, again, those 4 years went by quick as well. Loved them. Decided to stay for my senior year. And I think if I didn't, I wouldn't have been chosen by the Broncos. It just wouldn't have fallen into place like that. And so I accomplished my dream.
That's fantastic. What was it like to walk in to the Denver Broncos and know that you are playing with Peyton Manning?
Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, man. It's that night when they called my name. Of course, I'm 21. I'm 22 at the time. Mm-hmm. And I go out later in the evening once my family and goes to sleep, and I'm at the bar, and I get a text from this number, long text, looking forward to having you on the team, looking forward to winning a championship with you, congratulations, et cetera, et cetera. And at the end it said Peyton Manning. And I'm 22 years old. I'm like Peyton Manning just texted me. And so when it was time to, of course, to report to the facility, I was starstruck, right? Meeting a lot of these guys, Von Miller, Chris Harris, a lot of these greats, these Hall of Famers. But of course, right, as a kid, everyone knows Peyton Manning. And so when he came around the corner, love the guy to death. I always say this part, his forehead came around the corner first. And
That's right. He's tall.
Yes, he is.
He's like 6'5".
Genius, by the way, too, of the game of football. But I was starstruck, right? I literally told him, I was 11 years old. I was 12 playing you on Madden. Always wanting to be a Bronco in my life. You land with the Broncos after the Colts, and now I'm here. Here I am playing with you.
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.